If you destroy my country, I will kill you. Make no, no doubt about it. If you destroy the generation of Filipinos coming up to replace us, I will kill you.
Could Rodrigo Raus Duterte walk free from the hate? His lawyer Nicholas Kaufman claims there are compelling reasons to throw out the International Criminal Court case against the former Filipino president. With a high-profile legal defense and growing political tensions in the Philippines, this case is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in ICC history. But will Kaufman's arguments hold up? Nicholas Kaufman is a British-Israeli lawyer with extensive experience in international criminal law, representing controversial figures before global tribunals. Some of his past clients include Jean-Pierre Bemba, who was a former Congolese vice president convicted of war crimes and crimes against humanity before later being acquitted. Aisha Gaddafi, the daughter of Libya's Muammar Gaddafi, who was accused of facilitating human rights abuses. High-ranking Rwandan officials linked to the 1994 genocide. Now, Kaufman is taking on one of his most high-profile cases yet, defending Rodrigo Raus Duterte, the former president of the Philippines, accused of leading a campaign of extrajudicial killings in his war on drugs. Kaufman's core argument: the ICC has no legal authority to prosecute Duterte and his arrest was a violation of international law. Kaufman is expected to present a multi-pronged argument before the ICC pre-trial chamber, focusing on three key points. First point, jurisdiction. Does the ICC have the right to try Duterte? Kaufman's primary argument is that the ICC no longer has jurisdiction over the Philippines since the country withdrew from the Rome Statute in 2019, the treaty that established the court. The Duterte administration formally announced its withdrawal in 2018 following ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda's preliminary investigation into drug war killings. The withdrawal became official in March 2019, effectively ending the Philippines' obligations to cooperate with the ICC. Kaufman said in a statement that once a country exits the ICC, it is no longer bound by its rulings. However, the ICC argues that jurisdiction still applies because the alleged crimes occurred before the withdrawal. Coming on to the second point, it's the arrest. Was Duterte illegally detained? Kaufman claims Duterte's arrest was unlawful, alleging that Interpol and Philippine authorities bypassed due process, effectively carrying out an extrajudicial rendition. There was no formal extradition request from the ICC, thus violating international norms. Duterte was denied legal counsel during the initial hours of detention. The ICC, however, maintains that Interpol acted within legal frameworks and that Duterte's detention was coordinated with Manila, making it fully legal. And the final point of Kaufman's argument: political motives. Did Marcos Jr. help the ICC to sideline Duterte? Kaufman has also suggested that the case is politically motivated, pointing to the shifting power dynamics in the Philippines. He claims that the current president, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., has been cooperating with the ICC to neutralize Duterte as a political rival. Kaufman argues that ICC prosecutors are relying on evidence from Duterte's domestic opponents, making the case biased from the start. Duterte's counsel has indicated that he may submit communications between the Marcos administration and ICC officials to bolster his claims. Kaufman claims the incumbent government did not want Duterte in the picture anymore. This political angle could play a key role in how the ICC judges the legitimacy of Duterte's prosecution. However, despite Kaufman's objections, the International Criminal Court maintains that Duterte's case falls squarely within its mandate. ICC says the jurisdiction is clear. The court's position is that Duterte's alleged crimes took place while the Philippines was still an ICC member, meaning that the court has full authority to prosecute. Similarly, the Philippines' withdrawal does not erase its previous obligations, nor does it shield Duterte from accountability. Secondly, the war on drugs. It's a systematic campaign of killings. ICC prosecutors allege that Duterte presided over a system of extrajudicial killings, both as mayor of Davao City between 1988 and 2016, where his Davao death squad reportedly killed thousands, and as president of the Philippines between 2016 and 2022, where up to 30,000 people were allegedly killed in state-backed anti-drug operations. The ICC contends that these killings were not random, but rather part of an orchestrated policy, making them crimes against humanity. And finally, the arrest was lawful. The ICC also rejected Kaufman's argument that Duterte's arrest was extrajudicial, stating the detention was carried out in accordance with international law. Philippine authorities willingly cooperated, meaning it does not qualify as an unlawful detention. This means Duterte will likely remain in custody unless the case is dismissed. The case will now proceed to a pre-trial hearing set for the 23rd of September, where the ICC will decide Scenario 1. The case will now proceed to a pre-trial hearing set for the 23rd of September, where the ICC will decide if the case moves forward, in which case Duterte will stand trial for crimes against humanity, and if the case is thrown out, in which case Duterte will be released. If the case proceeds, Duterte could face a life sentence if convicted. This case is seen as a landmark test for the ICC with broader implications for holding former world leaders accountable. If the ICC succeeds, it could set a precedent for prosecuting state-backed crimes, including similar cases in Myanmar, Sudan, and Venezuela. If the case is dismissed, it could weaken the ICC's authority, reinforcing criticisms that the court is politically selective in its prosecutions. With both Duterte supporters and human rights groups watching closely, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will the ICC assert its jurisdiction, or will Duterte walk free? For more updates on Duterte and his case at the ICC, stay tuned to the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express.